Hey people, hope you guys doing great. In today's video we will see, what if Naruto got neglected and became the Crimson Dragon, Part 3. Huge shout out to Soul23 for this story. If you end up liking this video, please consider subscribe and like the video. So let's start the story. It was nighttime and Naruto was preparing his deck for his duel against Zain. He and Bastion finished up early since Naruto told him that he has an important meeting tonight. Bastion understands him since he knew that Naruto has major work to do. Now we find Naruto heading towards the dock as he prepares his duel disc. When Naruto arrives at the docks, he saw Zain and Alexis were already there, and Zain has his duel disc. Zain and Alexis saw Naruto approaching them. "You're finally here," Zain said. Naruto nodded, brought his deck and placed it on the deck holder of the duel disc. "I'm here to test you if you're good enough to beat the Shadow Riders. They are no joke. Especially there's a chance that you will be facing Atticus," Naruto said. He activates his duel disc and Zain did the same. "I'm going to use the deck that beaten everyone that I faced, including Kaiba himself. Better prepare yourself, Zain." "I'm ready. Give me your best shot," Zain said. The two duelists draw out 5 cards as the duel was about to begin. Alexis watches as she got front row seat of the duel against the Kaiser and the upcoming star of Duel Academy. "Duel! Naruto 4000. Zain minus 4000. I'll go first." "Draw," Naruto said as he draw his card. Naruto scans his cards for a few seconds before finally making his move. "I use the spell card, Pot of Greed, to draw 2 cards from my deck," Naruto said before he draw his cards. "Now I summon Jane, Light Sworn Paladin, 1800/1200, in attack position." Jane appeared on the field with her sword and shield ready. "Next I place 3 cards face down and end my turn," Naruto said as the cards appeared in the spell/trap zone. "Now my Light Sworn monster effects activate. At the end of my turn, I need to send 2 cards of my top deck to the graveyard," Naruto said. He draws those 2 cards and send them to the graveyard zone. "My turn, draw." Zain draws his cards and looks at it before he made his move. "I special summoned Cyber Dragon, 2100/1600, in attack mode." A mechanical dragon appeared in the field and let out a powerful roar. "That was fast. I'm assuming that Cyber Dragon ability since it's a level 5 monster," Naruto said to Zain. "You're right. If there is a monster on your field while I don't any monsters on my side of the field, I can special summon this card from my hand," Zain explained. Naruto nodded in understanding. That's one heck of ability, Naruto thought. He never learned much about the Cyber Dragon since he was more focused on his own deck, but he knows about Zain Ace card, Cyber and Dragon. "Now I summon Proto Cyber Dragon, 1100/600, in attack position," Zain said, and another mechanical dragon appeared in Zain's side but looks like a downgraded version of Cyber Dragon. "Now the effect of this monster is that once it's summoned in the field, it's treated as Cyber Dragon," Zain said. The Proto Cyber Dragon let out a roar. "Now I use the spell card Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy one of your face-down cards." Soon a powerful gust of wind happened. Soon the right card near Naruto was opened and revealed to be Mirror Force. The card was shattered into pieces. "Now battle! I attack your monster with my Cyber Dragon," Zain said. The Cyber Dragon charges towards Jane. Jane prepares herself against the mechanical monster. Naruto pressed a button and revealed one of the face-down cards. "Continuous Trap activate! Light Sworn Barrier! This is how it works. When a Light Sworn monster I control is targeted for an attack, I can send the top 2 cards from my deck to the graveyard, then the target of the attacking monster, and negate the attack," Naruto said as he drew the 2 cards and looks at them. He saw a card that made him smirk. "Now I special summon Wolf, Light Sworn Beast, 2100/300, in attack position," Naruto said. Soon a white beast with clothing and armor, and holding a spear appeared on the field. "Thanks to the Light Sworn Barrier effect, when this card is from the deck and sent into the graveyard, I can special summon him." Zain just looked at him with a blank look on his face. "I place a face down and end my turn," Zane said as the face-down card appeared in front of him. My turn, draw. Naruto draw his card and look at it. First I play spell card, Hymn of Light. Now I sacrifice Jane and Wolf on the field and ritual summon Saphira, Queen of Dragons, 2500/2400. Jane and Wolf turned in particles of light, and soon Saphira appeared on the field. Now I attack your Proto-Cyber Dragon. Now go Saphira, Naruto said. Saphira charges towards Proto-Dragon. Not so fast. I play the trap card, Mirror Force. With this card, every single monster that you have on field that is in attack position is destroyed. Better try again, Zane. I use the trap card, Trap Jammer. By discarding one card, I can negate the activation of the trap card and destroy it, Naruto said as he revealed his other face down to Zane as he discarded a card and sent it to the graveyard. What? Zane was surprised at this as he saw his Mirror Force card was destroyed. Saphira and Proto-Cyber Dragon clash and an explosion happened. Soon when the smoke was gone, Proto-Cyber Dragon was not there anymore. Naruto, 4000. Zane, 2600. With that, I end my turn. Now I use Saphira effect. When I ritual summon her, I can choose one of her effects to be activated. And I choose her second effect. You will randomly remove one card from your hand and send it to the graveyard, Naruto said. Zane did what he was told and soon removed one of his cards in his hands and sent it to the graveyard. Naruto looks at Zane with serious look on his face. It was too early for him to determine if Zane was weak or not to face the Shadow Riders yet. Wow, Naruto already dealt a huge damage at Zane. Alexis thought as she was impressed at Naruto's dueling skill. She might believe that Naruto was not bluffing, that he actually beaten Kaiba and other powerful duelists around the world. My move, draw. Zane draw his card and looks at it for a second. And he immediately made his move. Now I use the spell card Pot of Greed to draw 2 more cards. Zane draw 2 more cards from the deck. I activate the spell card Polymerization. With this card I combine my Cyber Dragon in my field and in my hand. Soon a spiral portal appeared in front of Zane. To bring out Cyber Twin Dragon, 2800/2100. Soon a mechanical dragon with 2 heads appeared on the field. Now I use the spell card Heavy Storm to destroy every single spell and trap card on the field. Naruto's eyes widen in shock at this, and powerful wind was created as the card on the spell/trap zone were destroyed. Now I attack your Saphira with my Cyber Twin Dragon. Strident Blast. The 2-headed dragon unleashed a pair of powerful beam and destroyed Saphira. Naruto, 3700. Zane, 2600. Now thanks to Cyber Twin Dragon effect, this card can attack twice in a single turn. So go Strident Blast, Zane commanded. The 2-headed dragon unleashed another pair of powerful beam towards Naruto. Soon an explosion happened. Naruto, 900. Zane, 2600. The smoke cleared up and Naruto was down on one knee. Naruto looks up and saw that Cyber Twin Dragon was looking at him. Naruto could tell that Zane was seriously taking him on. A small smile appeared on his face. Okay, that was impressive. It's good you're taking me seriously, Naruto said as he stands up again. Like you said, you're testing me if I can fight against the Shadow Riders. I'm gonna show you how strong I am, Zane said. Good. Naruto nodded. I place a face down and end my turn, Zane said. Alright, draw, Naruto said as he draw his card. He looks at it before he made his move. Now, I use the spell card Solar Recharge. First I discard a Light Sworn monster from my hand, then I allowed to draw 2 cards, then I will put 2 more cards from my deck into the graveyard and I discard Graganith, Light Sworn Dragon, Naruto said. He discards the said card and draws 2 cards, then looks at them, then draw 2 cards again and looks at the cards that he was about to send to the graveyard. A smile appeared on his face. Thanks to the Solar Recharge card, one of the cards that is about to send to the graveyard is another wolf, Light Sworn Beast. So it means that I can special summon him in the field. Soon Wolf appeared on the field again. Now I sacrifice him to summon Celestia, Light Sworn Angel, 2300/200. Soon a beautiful blue-haired woman with large white wings and white gloves carrying a staff with a sun topping it appeared on the field. Now I activated Celestia ability. Since I summoned her by tributing a Light Sworn monster, I'm allowed to send the top 4 cards of my deck to my graveyard, target up to 2 cards you control and destroy them. Naruto with smirk on his face. What? Zane was surprised at hearing this as Alexis. Naruto sends 4 cards to the graveyard which will negate attack: Light Sworn Maiden, Shire, Light Sworn Spirit, and Rinyan, Light Sworn Rogue. Now go Celestia! Naruto commanded. Celestia brought up her staff and created a powerful beam of lights which destroyed Cyber Twin Dragon and Zane face-down card which revealed to be Trapped Jammer. Soon Zane's field was completely empty. Now, since you have no more cards on the field, I attack you directly! Go Celestia! Celestia released a powerful towards Zane and hit him. Naruto, 900. Zane, 300. Zane goes down on one knee and looks at Naruto, who was looking at him with small smile on his face. Zane couldn't help but let a small smile also, since Naruto was practically giving him a good match. A match similar to Jaden but much better. So, this is how strong you are, Naruto. Zane thought with a smile on his face as he stands up. He couldn't help but think that Naruto was better Jaden. Jaden might be great duelist, but Naruto was in a completely different league. With that, I end my turn with a face-down card. Make your move, Zane, Naruto said with small smile on his face. He believed now that Zane was good enough to fight against Shadow Rider. Naruto could see now why Zane is the top student of Duel Academy. My move, draw. Zane draw his card and look at it. Soon a smirk appeared on his face. Now I activate the spell card Graceful Charity. I draw 3 cards from my deck and discard 2 cards from my hand. Zane draws 3 cards and immediately discarded 2 cards to the graveyard zone. Now I use the spell card, Power Bond, Zane said as the card appeared on the field. With this I can fusion summon a machine-type fusion monster by sending the appropriate fusion material monsters to the graveyard. Wait a minute! I destroyed Cyber Twin Dragon. You don't have any more Cyber Dragons in your hands, Naruto said to Zane. Soon a smirk appeared on Zane's face. That's what you think. Which is why I use this spell card Cybernetic Fusion Support, Zane said as the card is shown in the field. With this, all I have to do is pay half of my life points, and if all the fusion material monsters for that monster are in my graveyard, I remove them from play to use this card as a substitute for the fusion material monsters used in the fusion summon. So, I fusion summon Cyber and Dragon. 4000/2800. Soon a powerful light appeared above Zane, and when the light was gone, a winged metallic dragon appeared with 3 heads attached to his body and roars escaping from all 3 heads. Naruto, 900. Zane, 150. Fusion materials. You don't have. Wait a minute. Naruto remembers when Zane discarded 2 cards into the graveyard. When you use the Graceful Charity, you send your last Cyber Dragon in your hand into the graveyard, Naruto said as realized what Zane did in order to use Cyber Fusion support. Zane nodded and said, Right. Now thanks to Power Bond, my Cyber and Dragon attack points is doubled. 4000 to 8000. This ends right here, Naruto. Go Cyber and Dragon. Super Strident Blaze. The 3-headed dragon released a powerful beam attack towards Celestia. Soon a smirk appeared on Naruto's face. Sorry, Zane, but this duel is over. Trap card activate. Draining Shield, Naruto said as he flipped his face-down card and revealed the card. Zane and Alexis' eyes widened in surprise that they saw this card. With this card, I negate the attack and increase my life points by the attacking monster's 80k. Soon a barrier appeared around Celestia and blocked the beam and absorbs it. Naruto, 8900. Zane, 150. Zane was surprised that Naruto was able to survive the attack and regain so much of his life points. Zane could admit it now that Naruto is one of the toughest opponent that he ever faced. Alexis was completely shocked at this turn of an event. She never saw anyone survive Zane's attack from Cyber End Dragon before, but here and now, she saw that Naruto was not able to counter it but was able to regain his life points. Zane smiled at him and said, "The duel isn't over until one of us life points reaches to 0. Now I summon Cyber Kirin." Soon a small mechanical beast appeared on field. "Now I activate Cyber Kirin effect. When I tribute this card to make any effect damage I take this turn 0. Which means that I'm safe from the power bond effect," Zane said as the Cyber Kirin disappeared from the field. "I end my turn." "Very well, my turn," Naruto said as he drew his card. Naruto looks at his card and small frown appeared on his face. "Not the card that I was hoping for, but this can buy me some time until that card appeared," Naruto thought. "I place a face down card and end my turn," Naruto said as face down appeared on the field. "My turn, draw," Zane said as he drew his card. Soon a small smirk appeared on his face and Naruto didn't like that smirk. "I use the spell card Monster Reborn," Zane said as he showed his card. Naruto's eyes widen in shock at this. "With this I can special summon a monster from the graveyard. I summon back Cyber Twin Dragon," Zane said as Cyber Twin Dragon appeared on the field again. Naruto's eyes widen in shock at this. He was not only facing Cyber End Dragon but also Cyber Twin Dragon at the same time. "Looks like it's over," Alexis said. Alexis could already tell that Zane would win this battle. Naruto stood no chance with either of those monsters that Zane has. "Battle! Cyber Twin Dragon destroy Celestia!" Zane commanded. Cyber Twin Dragon released a powerful blast that caused Celestia to be destroyed. Naruto, 8,400. Zane, 150. "Now attack you directly with Cyber Twin Dragon." Zane as the two-headed dragon attack again. Naruto, 5,600. Zane, 150. "This is the end, Naruto. You've been toughest opponent that I ever face. But this is over. Go Cyber End Dragon. Finish this with Super Strident Blaze," Zane said as the Cyber End Dragon started to charge up its attack before unleashing a powerful beam towards Naruto. "It's not over yet. Continuous Trap activate. Glorious Illusion," Naruto said as the trap card revealed itself. "Now thanks I can special summon any monster that has Light Sworn in its name and place that monster in attack position. So I bring out Dragonith, Light Sworn Dragon, 2,000 out of 1,600, from the graveyard." Naruto shouted as a large and beautiful Pegasus-like dragon with its wings outstretched appeared on the field. "Now I use Dragonith's special ability. He gains 300 ATK for each Lightsworn monster with a different name in my graveyard, and there are currently 7. ATK 2,000 to 4,100. Soon the beam hits Dragonith, and he was destroyed into pieces. Naruto, 1,500. Zane, 150. Zane continues to smile since he was enjoying this duel a lot, and Naruto making come at him with full force. "I end my turn." He was really surprised that Naruto was able to survive the last second. This really shown that Naruto was really that skillful duelist. "I can't believe it. He managed to survive that," Alexis said with a surprised tone. She was surprised at as well since no one ever survived that kind of attack. It really shown that Naruto was a really strong duelist. "My turn," Naruto said as he placed his hand on his deck as he closes his eyes. "Please let me have the card to win this duel," Naruto thought as he prayed to his deck and hoped for the best. Soon the top card of the deck glows slightly as it showing that it was responding to Naruto. "Draw!" Naruto roared as he drew his cards. Soon he heard a powerful roar. Naruto opens his eyes and looks at the card that he has drawn. Judgment Dragon. A smile appeared on Naruto's face that Zane and Alexis notice. Naruto looks at Zane with a smile appeared on his face. "Looks like this is the end, Zane. You already proven that you strong enough to take on the Shadow Riders. But it's time for me to end this duel." What is he talking about, unless? Alexis thought as her eyes widen in shock and realization what card that Naruto has drawn. Now that I have 4 different or more light sworn monster in my graveyard, I can special summon this card. Come out, Judgment Dragon, 3000/3000. Naruto shouted as he slams the card to his monster zone on his dual disc. Then a ray of light opened up and reveals a giant white dragon with red claws and eyes. Judgment Dragon slowly descent down to the ground. When it reaches the ground, it let out a powerful roar that causes a powerful shockwave around him. Now I use Judgment Dragon's special ability. I give up 1000 of my life points to destroy every single card in the field except for him. So, go Judgment Dragon! Judgment Roar! Naruto said. The dragon released a great roar, creating powerful shockwave, and soon Cyber End Dragon and Cyber Twin Dragon were destroyed. Naruto, 500. Zane, 150. Zane's eyes widened in shock as he saw this. His most powerful dragons were destroyed right in front of him. Alexis was shocked at this but couldn't help look awe as she saw Zane's 2 most powerful cards destroyed and leaving him defenseless. Now I attack you directly! Go Judgment Dragon! Naruto said. Judgment Dragon released a powerful beam from its mouth and hit Zane with it, creating a powerful explosion. Naruto, 500 winner. Zane 0. Soon the smoke was gone, and they saw Zane was kneeling down with one knee. Soon Judgment Dragon disappeared as the duel was over. Naruto approaches Zane and extends his hand. Good match, Naruto said. Zane looked at Naruto for a few seconds and smiled at him as he accepted Naruto's hand as the blonde helped him to stand up. Zane shakes Naruto's hand and said, You were the better duelist today, Naruto. I acknowledge my defeat. You show greater determination and heart than your brother, Zane said. Even he lost, he didn't care because he could tell that Naruto was better duelist than him. Besides, it felt refreshing to lose again. You also shown a lot of determination and heart in proving to me that you are capable enough to fight against the Shadow Riders. I can acknowledge you for that, Naruto said with a smile on his face. He now knows that Zane more than capable in becoming a guardian of the key and shown that he was already at least a par with many of the pros in the league. They released that handshake and looked at Alexis, and saw that the girl was completely shocked. I can't believe it, Zane lost, Alexis said in shock. She couldn't believe that happened. She couldn't believe that Zane Truesdale, the top student and elite among the students in the academy, lost. But she watched the entire duel and saw that Naruto managed to take down not only Cyber End Dragon but also Cyber Twin Dragon. Naruto PDA started to ring that causes Zane and Alexis to snap out from their thoughts. Naruto opens it and saw it was a message from Jaden saying that where was he? Well, looks Jaden is telling that's it's almost dinner time, Naruto said as he let out an amused chuckle. He put his PDA away and looks back at Zane and Alexis, who was now standing beside Zane. I'd better get going. I'll keep you 2 updated if there's anything involved with the Shadow Riders, Naruto said before he started walking away. Alexis looks at Zane and saw the obelisk duelist had a smile on his face. Zane, you alright? Zane just nodded his head and said, Yeah, that duel shown that Naruto is a completely different than the rest of us. Naruto is more powerful than I thought. But I'm glad someone finally beaten me. Alexis looks at him surprised. Why is that? It's because when I leave the academy, I know who I will pass the torch to, Zane said as he closed his eyes for a moment before he opens them again. Alexis was surprised at Zane's words but couldn't help but acknowledge them since Naruto shown that he was the best in this batch. If Alexis would rank someone with dueling skills, she would say that Naruto is number 1 in their batch with Jaden just behind him. Soon the 2 obelisks headed back to their respective dorms to call in for the night. A week has passed since the duel, but thankful for Naruto nobody except Alexis was been able to know the match. Naruto knew that many would either bother him and challenge to a duel, or have a fan club that would stalk him like crazy like back home. Bastion and Naruto made huge progress about the project within the week. They were able to develop some of the codes of the software were already halfway through since there were no distraction happened during the week, giving them a complete focus in creating the software. So now Naruto, Bastion were continuing with their work with Jaden, Cyrus and Chumli with them. They were checking out Naruto D-Wheel at the same time they were doing some of the homeworks that Banner gave them. Naruto and Bastion already done theirs since they were not goofing off class well, Bastion mostly, but Naruto already knew everything that Banner was talking about since through his experience that he had about history of duel monsters. So, how is it going so far, Bastion? Naruto asked as he approaches the yellow genius. Bastion turns his head to Naruto with a small smile on his face. Going good so far. I'm surprised that we are halfway through the system. I'm just thankful that the professors doesn't give us much homework this week. So, we had full focus on the project. I just hope that this system would strong enough to keeping the energy reactor stable, Bastion said. I'm sure that our system will be able to handle it. Now, I'd better check on Jaden and others. They might messed up with some of the parts of D-Wheel, Naruto said. Bastion nodded before turning back and continuing with his work as Naruto was heading to where Jaden and others were. Naruto arrived in the racetrack and saw that Jaden and Cyrus were dueling while Chumli was only taking a nap. Naruto just shook his head before he continues walking towards them. So guys, Naruto called their attention, causing everyone except for Chumli to look at him. Jaden and Cyrus stop their duel for a while and approaches Naruto. You done with your homeworks yet? The deadline is tomorrow, you know. Jaden and Slifer's flinch at that reminder and started scratching the back of their head. We kinda have a break first, Jaden said with grin on his face. Naruto looks at them with curious look. Oh, really? Naruto said with sarcastic tone with look that said that he didn't believe what Jaden said. The two just let out a nervous laugh while Naruto just sighs and shook his head, the laziest of the two Slifers. Naruto-sama, I feel a powerful coming nearby, Jane said to Naruto. Naruto's eyes widen in shock as he also felt the powerful energy. Naruto's expression turned serious, and the two Slifers noticed this. Hey bro, what's wrong? Jaden asked. Naruto made a sign to make him stop from asking. Be quiet. I'm sensing a strange presence coming towards this room, Naruto said with a serious tone. The two Slifers flinch again as they tried not to move as they were now too scared to move. When suddenly Naruto heard something and looks at Jaden's direction and his eyes widen in shock. Cyrus! Jaden! Get out of the way! Naruto shouted, causing Chumli to wake up from his nap. And in time suddenly a blue portal appeared out of nowhere and was behind Jaden and Cyrus. A red motorcycle appeared from the portal with rider wearing a red helmet. Jaden and Cyrus rolled of the way while Naruto jumps forward high enough to avoid the motorcycle. When Naruto landed, they quickly turned to where the motorcycle and the rider was, and to his surprise he saw the motorcycle rider suddenly fly off the motorcycle and crash into the wall, while the motorcycle stops and drops sideways. Naruto and the others quickly run towards to where the rider was. When they finally saw a closer look, they cringed at the sight in what they saw. They saw that the rider red jumpsuit has multiple cuts and shreds. The helmet glass was broken also. Who is he? Cyrus asked. He was concerned but at the same time scared on who this person was. I don't know, but he looks like he's hurt, Jaden said with concerned look on his face. Naruto approaches the injured rider and slowly removes its helmet. When the helmet was finally removed, he saw the face of the rider, and he was completely shocked at what he saw. The rider was guy that was around their ages and his face was bit similar structure to Jaden. But what surprised him that this guy has red hair of average length sticking out and downwards pointing spikes all around his head with brown streak at the edges of his hair. But Naruto noticed that there's blood running down on the rider face. Whoa, who is this guy? Chumli asked. Naruto checked the pulse and found out that the guy was still alive. I don't know, but we need to get him some treatment. Jaden, you and the others tell Chancellor what happened and get some helps also, Naruto said. Jaden and the others nodded before they left the room as they tried to get help. Naruto grabbed some first aid kit that was near the door just in case someone got injured during the project. It was good thing that he learned about first aid kit, or else this rider would have lose a lot of blood right now and might die from what condition he's in. Naruto sighs and knew that something was bound to happen. After the mysterious rider came out of nowhere injured, Jaden and others managed to get help from Chancellor Shepard and Ms. Fonda Fontaine. the school nurse and head of the female obelisk blue dormitory. Now Naruto, Jaden, Cyrus, Chumli, Misawa and Shepard were gathered around the mysterious rider whose wounds are now healed thanks to Ms. Fonda. He should be waking up soon. His wounds wasn't that deep, but it was good thing that you all managed call help in time, Fonda said to them. All of them let out a sigh in relief before Fonda stands and told them that she would be leaving now and called her if there anything else that need before leaving room. Once the door was closed, everyone looks at the unconscious rider. Just who is he? Jaden asked as he takes closer looks on the mysterious rider. Naruto, Shepard called the blonde attention. Are sure what you saw? Naruto nodded his head. Yes, I saw this rider suddenly appeared out of nowhere from a blue portal with a red motorcycle, and next thing we knew that he flying into the wall. What should we do with him? Chumli asked. I think we should ask him some questions when he wakes up, Naruto said, and right on time when suddenly they heard a groan. Everyone immediately looked to unconscious rider who was now waking up. Where the heck am I? The rider said as he sat up. Naruto finally saw the eyes of the mysterious, and saw that the rider has brown eyes similar to Jaden. Naruto was just completely shocked that this guy has the same eye color as Jaden. Easy there, young man. You're in Duel Academy, Shepard said to the rider. The rider finally had clear vision on what he is seeing. Who are you people dash? He was cut off when his eyes landed on Jaden as Slifer Duelist eyes landed on him also. Then the next words came from the rider's mouth completely caught everyone off guard. Dad? Is that you? The riders asked. Naruto and others looks at Jaden in shock while Jaden looked at the rider as well. What? Jaden shouted in shock that causes everyone to jump in fright except for mysterious rider from the Jaden loud voice. Who you calling dad? I'm not your dad. The rider eyes narrowed a little before it returned to normal. Right, sorry, I thought you were my dad for a second there. Naruto finally snapped out from his shock and let out a fake cough to get everyone's attention. I think it's better if you introduce yourself first. Rider nodded before giving them a grin and answered them. Sure, my name is Akira Yuki, son of the famous Jaden Yuki. Nice to meet you. Soon silence fell on room again as everyone was looking at the kid with wide eyes again. While Jaden has jaw dropped in shock as he looked at the mysterious rider, who just proclaimed that he was his son. Wawayut! Jaden's voice echoed through the entire island. Whoa! Hold up for 1 minute, Naruto said as he finally snapped out from his shock. You mean to tell me that this guy? Naruto pointed at Jaden who was still looking at Akira with jaw-dropped expression on his face. Is your father? Akira looks at him confused. What do you mean? Does he has the name Jaden Yuki? Yeah, he does. Naruto answered him, and when suddenly Akira suddenly felt a huge headache coming up causing him to scream in pain. Raya-haha! Akira shouted in pain as he grabbed his head, causing everyone to snap from shock look and quickly Naruto and Jaden approaches to his side. Hey, you alright, man? Jaden asked with concerned tone. Akira continues to scream in pain until he felt was suddenly gone. Jaden and Naruto placed gently laid back with his head on the pillow. What's wrong? What just happened there? Naruto asked. He was surprised when this guy just suddenly screaming in pain. Hiroki weakly turns his head and said to him. I finally remember now, Akira said. Naruto's eyes widened in shock and pressed on for more information. What do you remember? Naruto asked. Everything and how I got here, Akira replied with a weak voice. He looks at Naruto and said, What year is it? Naruto looked confused at him but answered him nevertheless. 2004. That what's said in the Yu-Gi-Oh timeline. Akira looks at with wide eyes and before he looks up in the ceiling. I'm really am in another universe, he whispered but Naruto managed to hear it. What do you mean by that? What do you mean in another universe? Don't you mean another time? Naruto asked. This question was heard by everyone else and looks at Akira with a surprised look on his face. Are you saying that you're time traveler? Bastion asked in awe. Akira slowly sat up. Jaden and Naruto helps him up and looks at them. No, to be exact. I'm a dimension traveler. I'm born in the year 2144, Akira said. Everyone again was shocked at hearing this. And looks like I landed in your universe. And how are you sure that you are in different universe? Maybe you really turned back in time, Bastion said. He was incredibly shocked that this person was a dimension traveler or time traveler. Neither way, he feels like this guy would help in becoming a better scientist/duelist. Akira shook his head. I know that I'm in another dimension. Because Naruto looks at Akira's hands and saw them clench the bed sheet. I saw my universe disappeared. Everyone looks at him with wide eyes as they were shocked hearing this. What, your universe was destroyed? Naruto asked with wide eyes. Akira was silent for a few seconds before he answered the question. Yeah, Akira answered with soft tone. Everyone looked at Akira with sympathy as they could tell that this boy was telling the truth. Just from the tone of his voice and the sad look on his face. If you don't want to about. We understand, Shepard said with soft tone. Akira looks up and gave soft smile at them. Thank you. I appreciate that, Akira said with sincere tone. He was thankful to the man since he didn't really want to talk about much of his past. But if you're really from the year 2144 or beyond, then does that mean that your universe is very advanced? Bastion asked. Akira turned to him and smiled. Yeah, and from what I know this is Duel Academy, right? Akira said, and everyone nodded to him. Yes, in this academy we teach everyone here about how to duel and learning the history of it. Our student here, Shepard said. What summoning classes do you offer? Akira asked, and everyone looks at him confused. What do you mean, young man? Shepard asked. Well, in my universe there are different courses. There is fusion, synchron, XYZ, and pendulum summoning. My school is specialization in pendulum summoning while I learn fusion and XYZ summoning on my own, Akira said. Everyone was surprised at hearing this. Wait, you mean tell us that there are different kinds of summonings besides fusion, ritual, and synchron summoning? Naruto asked with a surprised tone. Akira nodded his head. Yeah, then again this is 2004, I'm sure that D-Wheels haven't invented yet, Akira said. Actually, the D-Wheel project is already on the way, Naruto said, and Akira looks at him surprised. Really, that early? D-Wheels wasn't even invented yet until the year 2087, the same time as synchron summoning was created. You people work fast, Akira said, and Naruto was surprised on how long for people to discover about synchron summoning and creating D-Wheel. And the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D wasn't specific what time was it, so I'll say a decade or century at most. By the way, where's my D-pad? Akira asked as he looks around. D-pad? Cyrus asked. Yeah, the little red wrist box watch that was on my wrist, Akira said. Jaden's eyes widen as he remembers seeing that. I think it's over here with your other stuffs, Jaden said as he grabbed something from the basket. Soon Jaden saw the gadget, and it reveals to be a small gadget with screen pad on it. Jaden walked towards Akira and gave the gadget to him. Thanks, Akira said. He attached the small gadget to his wrist and pressed the screen. Soon the screen activated and small gadget started to expand as revealed the deck, and suddenly a straight parallelogram blade that resembles a dual disc card zone with a red blade edges. Everyone backs away as they saw this. Whoa! Chumli, Cyrus said in surprised unison. Oh my goodness! Bastion and Shepard said. So cool! Jaden saw in awe. Naruto was just surprised but never made a comment. Akira smiled at them and said, Gentlemen, this is the dual disc of my universe. From what see this little device is called a D-pad that has an installed portable hologram generator. The blade here is only a hologram, but it's very realistic. Can I touch it? Jaden asked as he was looking at device with awe look on his face. Sure, Akira said. Jaden approaches him and touches the D-pad hologram blade and was surprised that it was realistic. This is awesome, Jaden said with a smile on his face. You haven't seen the best part, Akira said. He pulls out a card from his deck and looks at the card. He smiled and said, Come out. Performable whip snake. Akira placed the card on the blade, and soon a purple snake with hat appeared in front of Akira. The snake smiled at them and took his hat off with his tail, and bowed his head. "Try to touch him," Akira said. "Jaden seems hesitated in doing it." "Don't worry, he's harmless unless you try to hurt him." Jaden still looks hesitated, but Naruto approaches the small snake and touched the hat. Naruto's eyes widen in shock as he felt that the hat was real. He tries to touch the snake with his index finger and poke him. He was shocked that snake was real also. "No way, is this snake real?" Naruto said with shocked tone. Akira smiled before he removes the card that made the snake disappeared and deactivated the device that the blade also. "What you saw, that very advanced solid vision, or what they called real solid vision. Because of the real solid vision, duelists won't just be watching their monsters duke it out, they'll be able to take part the action too," Akira said with grin on his face. "My word. That is just incredible," Bastion said with awe look on his face. "No way," Jaden, Cyrus and Chumli said. "This is very interesting," Shepard said. Naruto was silent because he was just speechless at hearing this. "Yup, and I also how to make one too," Akira said with grin on his face. Naruto and Bastion eyes widening hearing this. "Really?" the two asked. Akira nodded at them. "Yeah, even I was only a student. I was also good in mechanics and coding stuff. Something that I just got when I was a kid. I really like learning what making machines work," Akira said. Naruto and Bastion was about to offer him about helping with the D-Wheel project when suddenly Akira felt a pain in his head that made him weak again. "Ugh, hi!" Akira groaned in pain. Naruto and Jaden immediately got to his side and helped him lay down on the bed. "I think that we could ask for more information about your world and about you, after you recover," Shepard said. Everyone nodded in agreement. Shepard turns to Akira with serious look on his face. "Mr. Akira, you know that I need to inform Mr. Kaiba about this. About your appearance and about your world. Is that all right?" Shepard asked. Akira just gave him a weak smile and gave a weak nod. "Yeah, as long as that guy isn't hostile towards me and not try to take my things. Or else I'm kicking his ass," Akira said with grin on his face. "Don't worry, I'll make sure that Kaiba won't do anything to you or your things. For now, you need to rest for a while," Naruto said with a smile on his face. He didn't know that if this kid was telling the truth, but for some reason that he could trust the guy. And if he really is Jaden's son, then as an uncle, Akira is family to him, and he will make sure that he makes sure protect him. Akira just gave a weak nod before his eyes slowly drift to sleep. "Man, this is just weird. Here's we just found a guy from another dimension," Jaden said. "And don't forget that he's your son, Jaden," Cyrus said. Jaden just groaned in annoyance in reminding him that. "We really don't know the truth about his origin yet. So we can't confirm that he's really Jaden's son," Bastion said. "But he practically looks like Jaden except for the hairstyle and color. And small detailed structure around the face," Chumli pointed out. "Guys, how about we just leave it up that he's still a mysterious rider until we know that he's really telling the truth?" Naruto said to them. Everyone nodded while Jaden gave grateful look to Naruto. Naruto just smiled at his adopted brother. "Well, I believe that we keep a secret about his origin and everything else from everyone besides to Mr. Kaiba, since I'm sure that he will want to know about this," Shepard said. Everyone nodded in agreement. "Very well then, you can all leave now." Shepard left the room, leaving students and Akira alone in the room. "I think it's better we all get back to our dorms. It's been one hectic day after all." Everyone agreed to Naruto's suggestion and decided to head back to their dorm except for him, since he needs to get back to race track to where Akira appeared. With Naruto. Naruto arrived at the race track and saw that Akira's motorcycle was still on the floor. He walks towards the motorcycle and pick it up. Naruto looks at the controls of D-wheel of Akira has. He pushed one of the buttons when suddenly a small hologram projected image appeared above the D-wheel. Naruto looks at image, was surprised that it was a picture of Akira when he was kid and looks like a family picture. He inspected the picture and saw that Akira was around 4 or 5 years old with grin on his face. Naruto's eyes widened in shock as he saw Akira's father. He was really telling the truth. His father is Jaden, well, counterpart anyway. Naruto thought as he saw older version of Jaden that was around mid-20s who was doing his signature pose that Akira scene was copying. He looks at right side and saw the mother of Akira, and Naruto's eyes literally nearly fell off and his jaw dropped in shock. Natsumi. Akira's mother is Natsumi. Naruto thought with completely shock. What he saw in the picture was Natsumi all grown up, that she was practically a carbon copy of Kushina minus the blue eyes. The older Natsumi was wearing a lab gown that was close and hugged her figure well. Akira is the son of Jaden and Natsumi. Naruto's mind was going overdrive learning about this. He just learned that Akira was his nephew. Not just adopted nephew but in blood also, well, the counterpart is. But the real question is, how the hell did they end up together? Naruto's mind started to think all the possible scenario that could happen on how Jaden and Natsumi become a couple. After a few minutes of more thinking, Naruto decided to leave it because that was the counterpart. It's not like they like each other or anything like that, Naruto thought. He knows the Jaden was a dense idiot when it comes to romance, while Natsumi, he really can't tell since he doesn't know her anymore. He knew that Jaden and Natsumi being a couple would be just impossible. But if that ever happens, he will make sure that Jaden won't end up with crazy girl like Natsumi in the future. Sadly, tempting fate would come back to bite you in the ass. With Shepard. Shepard, you better not joking about this, Kaiba said in the screen. Shepard started to report the incident about Akira and about what the Akira told them. Shepard sighs and looks at Kaiba with serious look on his face as face Kaiba on the screen. I wish I was Mr. Kaiba. But I'm not. Akira is someone from another dimension. And from what he told me, their technology is very advanced. He even demonstrated himself. His dual disc was very advanced with hologram generator. Their solid vision can materialize dual monsters. Kaiba's eyes widen in shock in hearing this. Materialized? You mean that they can become real? Shepard nodded his head. Yes, he even demonstrated it. Akira said that he also knows how to build one as well. He seems to be educated in building mechanical parts and knows about coding a system. Kaiba put on a thinking pose for a few seconds before a smirk appeared on his face. Shepard. Yes. I would like you to offer him an enrolling in the academy, Kaiba said, and Shepard's eyes widened in surprise in hearing this. Are you sure about this? Shepard said. Kaiba nodded and soon a smirk appeared on his face. If your saying is true, then I'm sure that this kid would take next step revolution in dual monsters with the help of Naruto, Kaiba said with a smirk. He could already tell that the Kaiba Corp will expand even further in development of society of the world thanks to those two. Shepard could already tell that Kaiba has made up his mind. Very well, I will inform Akira about the offer after he's rest up. Tell me when his entrance exam is when he accepts the offer. I want to watch him how he duels. Of course, Shepard said before Kaiba cuts off the transmission. Shepard led outside before he looks out from the window. He could already tell that with Akira here, things will be more interesting at Duel Academy. Next day, Naruto, Jaden, Cyrus, Chumli and Bastion decided to head at the academy early to see Akira in the infirmary before class start. Naruto haven't told them what he discovered last night because of it was Akira's secret, and he will respect it until Akira is ready to reveal it. I wonder if Akira is alright now? Cyrus asked. Maybe, we won't know until we see it, Bastion said. Soon everyone make their way to the infirmary. As they entered the room, they were surprised that they saw Akira was up and was eating some breakfast with Ms. Fonda besides him. Akira noticed that someone was at the door and saw everyone was there. Yo, what's up? He asked with a grin on his face. It seems you're alright now, Akira, Naruto said as he and everyone else enters the room. Fonda turns to the group and smiled. Yes, your friend seemed to be alright now. But I recommend that he won't do much heavy activities that would put some strains on his body for a while until he's fully recovered, Fonda said to the group. The group nodded and thanked Fonda before the nurse/head of the female dormitory leaves the room. The group looks back at Akira and saw that he was nearly done eating the food. Looks like you're all better now, Akira, Naruto said. Akira turned to them and smiled at them. Yeah, I feel great already, Akira said happily to them. Well, we're happy that you're better now. Well, not completely recovered, but you know what I mean, Cyrus said. Akira just nodded his head. Indeed, a voice said. Everyone turned to where that voice came from and saw Shepard entering the door. Chancellor, what are you doing here, sir? Bastion asked respectfully. Shepard smiled at group. Nothing much, boys, I'm just here to talk to Akira, Shepard said. This caught everyone's attention. What is it? Chancellor? Akira asked. Shepard looks at Akira. I talked to Mr. Kaiba about your situation and he told me this. Everyone leans forward and anticipated what he was about to say. He decided to offer you to enroll here in the Duel Academy, Shepard said with a smile on his face. Everyone was looking at him with wide eyes or surprised look on their faces. Really? Akira asked in shock and Shepard nodded his head. Yes, but you have to take an entrance exam first to determine which rank are you in, Shepard said. Of course. Then suddenly came into Akira's mind. But what about my summoning methods? I'm sure that system of the school will consider it as an error or cheating, since my summoning methods are far advanced than this generation, Akira asked, and everyone's eyes widened in surprise and realization. They knew that Akira was right. There is a huge chance that Akira's summoning method would cause error and would be considered cheating. Oh dear. That would be a problem, Shepard said. Everyone else nodded in agreement. Everything went quiet when suddenly Akira had an idea. Chancellor, Akira called, and everyone looked at and saw that Akira was looking at Shepard with serious look on his face. Is it alright for me to give school dueling system a new upgrade? Shepard and everyone else was surprised at this. You can upgrade the school duel system? Shepard asked. Akira nodded his head with a smile on his face. Yeah, thanks to early training with technologies, I pretty much are good with technology, something that I inherited from my mom. I'm basically a whiz kid also, Akira said. Naruto's eyes widened in shock in hearing this. Was Natsumi that really smart in that universe? Man, that universe is full of surprises. Shepard put on a thinking pose for a few seconds before he nodded his head. Alright. I will let upgrade the school dueling system, but first, you need to give me your deck. Everyone looked at him confused and surprised. Why? Akira asked. Shepard smiled and said, Your deck is not on the card database. I need Sir Pegasus to put on the card database so your cards won't be illegal to use, Shepard said. He didn't know what cards that Akira has. He knows that maybe majority of the cards are not on card database of since Akira was different universe after all. It was better to be safe than sorry. Akira let out a sigh but nodded his head. Alright, but I want to come with you when they are going to check on my cards. This deck's something that my teacher gave to me. Something that I treasure a lot and the only memory that I have left with him, Akira said. Shepard nodded in understanding. Alright, but first come with me, so we can grab a fresh clothes for you, Shepard said. Akira nodded before gets off from the bed. Shepard looks at the group and smiled at them. See you around, boys. I'm sure that you all have classes to attend to, Shepard said before he motions Akira to follow him, leaves the room with Akira following him. The others look at each other. What do you think what Akira means that his deck was given by his teacher? Cyrus asked. Maybe his parents die and this teacher took him in. From the way I see, Akira cherished that deck, Naruto said. He saw the looks at Akira's face, and saw that Akira had the look that he lost someone very important. Maybe, but I believe that it's Akira's secret and I believe that we shouldn't force him to tell us until he's ready, Bastion said. Everyone nodded in agreement and decided to leave Akira past alone until he was ready to tell them. Now we all better get going to class now. Soon everyone but Naruto groaned in annoyance. Leave it to Bastion to break the moment. With Akira and Shepard. I hope that the clothes are okay for you, Akira, Shepard asked. Akira was now wearing a red shirt with the red slifer coat as a cape. He wearing black pants with 2 pockets on both right and left sides. He also wears a black belt. He wears red shoes and red wristbands, one on each wrist. Akira looks himself at the mirror and check out his appearance. He smiled at this before turning to Shepard. Don't worry, Chancellor, I kinda like it. You do know that's a jacket, right? Shepard asked as he pointed at the red jacket that was used as cape. It's my style, Akira replied. Shepard shrugged his shoulders before he motioned Akira to follow him. Soon the two made their way towards Shepard's office. Moments later the two arrived at the office and Shepard made his call. Soon the two turned to the big screen and saw a man long silver hair with brown eyes. His hair was covering one of his eyes and the man was smile on his face. This was Maximilian Pegasus, the creator of Duel Monsters and the president of Industrial Illusions. Shepard, my good old friend. Why did you call me today? Pegasus said with a friendly tone. Shepard smiled at him. Hello, Pegasus. I would like you to meet Akira Yuki, Shepard said as Akira shows himself to Pegasus. Hello, Sir Pegasus. It's nice to meet you, Akira said with respectful tone. His mother taught in respecting other people unless they were jerks or jackasses. Pegasus was surprised at boy's appearance. Oh my! Pegasus said in surprise before he started checking Akira's appearance for a few seconds. This boy, he looks like Naruto's little brother, Jaden Yuki. Because he's a boy from another universe. He is the son of Jaden Yuki, Shepard said with a serious tone. Pegasus gasped in surprise while Akira just stand there with calm look on his face. My, that is surprising. But how do I know that you are not playing tricks on me? Pegasus asked. Just check his deck, Shepard said. Pegasus narrowed his eyes and stayed silent for a few seconds before he spoke again. All right, I trust your words, Pegasus said with a serious tone. Boy, Pegasus called as he looks at Akira. Place your deck on the deck scanner on Shepard's table. Akira looks confused and look at Shepard. Shepard sighs and pressed something on his table and revealed to be a small platform device scanner with deck holder in the center. Akira looks serious and pulls out his deck from the D-pad and places his cards on deck holder. Soon the machine started scanning Akira's deck. Few minutes has passed and soon the scanning was done. Akira grabbed his deck back and looks back at the screen. He saw that Pegasus was checking the deck analysis. Soon Pegasus' expression turned to surprised and looked at Akira. Pendulum card? XYZ card? Looks like Shepard is really telling the truth about you. You really are from another dimension. I never seen cards like these before. Yes, but 100 years has passed from this timeline. My universe has more advanced technology and new summoning methods, Akira said, and this surprised Pegasus. Interesting, so why did Shepard call this to my attention? Pegasus asked. To add the cards in card database. Mr. Akira here will enroll at Duel Academy, Shepard said. Pegasus was surprised at this announcement. Enrolling? I see now. So, you want your cards to recognize as legal cards and not illegal ones. Am I correct? Pegasus said. Akira nodded his head. A smile appeared on Pegasus' face. Very well then. I have no problem with your request if it's alright for me to watch your entrance exam duel match. I'm interested in what kind of summoning methods that you are talking about. Of course. I will put on a show that many people will never forget, Akira said with a smile on his face. Pegasus smiled as well. Very well, I will update the card database for your cards to recognize as legal cards. I look forward for your performance, Pegasus said before the transmission was ended. Akira looks at Shepard and saw that the man was smiling at him. Looks like you have no more problem with your deck. Now all we have to do is for you to update the duel system and study for the entrance exam, Shepard said as he moved from his seat. Now, do you want me to show you where the system is? Shepard asked. Yes, please, Akira said with grinning face as he follows Shepard out of the office and headed to the dueling control system. Time skip. I wonder where's Akira? I haven't seen him all day, Naruto asked. It was afternoon. Naruto, Bastion, Jaden, Cyrus and Chumley were heading to the racetrack where they decided to hang out while Naruto and Bastion continue with their work. When they arrived, Jaden and two other slifers headed to the garage to where Naruto D-Wheel was while Akira, everyone said in surprise. Akira stopped at his work and turns around and saw everyone. Yo! What's up? Akira said happily to them. What are you doing here? I thought you were going to work on updating the duel system, Bastion said. I did. It wasn't really that hard. Thanks to the stuff that I brought with me in my D-wheel, I was easily been able to upgrade the system with no problem, Akira said to them. Naruto and Bastion were surprised at this. Then, what are you doing to the energy reactor? Bastion asked. Finishing it up. I installed a powerful system that from my universe used to keep the energy stable and up and running. This system was created by Uchiha. He was also the one who able to neutralize the energy and make it used as another energy source to power multiple cities, Akira said with a grinning face before he returns back to his work. Naruto and Bastion were dumbfounded at this information. They can't believe that Akira was able to finish the project in a very short amount of time. Man, you're really smart, Naruto said. He was no other words to say. This guy was basically a complete genius in his opinion. Well, if your dad is a famous duelist while your mom is practically a scientist and engineer genius, you are bound to get something from them. I basically have my mom mechanical, scientific and coding skills while I inherited my miracle and lucky draws from my dad, Akira said as he continues with his work. Soon he finally stretches his arms with grin on his face. Alright, that should do it for now. But we have until tomorrow since many installment will still need to be placed on the system. That would take around 4 days or so. Naruto and Bastion nodded their head. Well, we appreciate what you did for us. You really save us a lot of time in creating the system. All we have to do now is wait for the deliveries of D-wheels, Bastion said. Guys. Can you do me a favor? Akira asked. Naruto and Bastion looks at him. Sure, what do you need? Naruto asked. Since I'm in different time period, can you two help me with my written entrance exam? I'm basically clueless here, Akira said as he scratched the back of his neck and gave a nervous smile. Naruto and Bastion looks at each and smile before nodding their head. Sure, it's at least we can do for the help you did in finishing the system for us, Bastion said. Akira nodded and gave a smile at the two. Thanks, I appreciate it. A lot. But there's another thing, Akira said. What is it? Naruto asked. Where can I stay? I don't anyone finding me besides you guys. Well, at least until the day of exam. I want to remain a mystery to everyone else, Akira said with a grin on his face. Well, there's a secret room here near the track room. In there you can take rest since that's practically a guest room. I asked Shepard to place it there in case I'm doing overnight work with this project. You can use it, Naruto said. Akira grinned at hearing this. Well, if there's anything else you need, Akira, Bastion asked. Akira shook his head. Well, I'd better get the materials you needed for the entrance exams. By the way, when is your exam? Bastion asked. Thursday. So I basically have today until Wednesday to study for the exams, Akira said. What about your deck? Bastion asked. Akira shrugged his shoulders. I'll do it later. Right now. I'm more worried about the entrance written exam, Akira said. Bastion nodded in understanding before he heads out to get the materials that Akira needed to study for the entrance exam. Naruto turns to Akira and called him. Akira, the crimson-hair boy turns to Naruto and saw that he was approaching him. Can I ask you something? Sure, what is it? Akira asked. Back in the infirmary. You said that your deck was given by teacher. Akira's eyes widen in shock at hearing this. What do you mean by that? Naruto asked. He wanted to know about his nephew, counterpart anyway, past. What happened to him, and how did manage to end up in this dimension? Akira's eyes were overshadowed by his bangs and silence fell on the atmosphere. Naruto waited for Akira's response, and he was hoping that the guy would answer him properly. They died. Akira whispered, but Naruto heard it. His eyes narrowed in hearing this. What? They died. When I was 7 years old. My parents died in an accident. Then a close friend of my mom adopted me and took me in. Ever since then I started learning duel monster from my adopted parents, Akira explained. Naruto couldn't help but feel sorry for the boy. He could tell that Akira wasn't ready to tell him the whole story yet. Akira, Naruto called. Akira turns to him and saw a small smile on Naruto's face. I won't push in telling your whole story. I could tell that you're not ready yet. But thank you for telling me a bit about yourself. Akira's eyes widened in surprise at this. Soon Naruto started walking away, leaving Akira in his own thoughts. Days has passed since Akira arrived at Duel Academy. Naruto and everyone else knew about Akira's appearance, kept it a secret, and made sure that he wasn't seen in the public eyes since Akira requested them to keep his existence a secret until his entrance exam has started. Jaden has challenged Akira in duels several times, but Akira denies him because he didn't want his deck to be revealed yet to everyone, which made Jaden disappointed. Also during those times, Akira has been a huge help in developing Naruto project with the D-Wheels since Akira practically knows how it works. Bastion and Naruto had been really happy and thankful to D-Wheel's project development. Also during those weeks, Naruto and Bastion has been helping Akira in studying for the entrance written exam. Naruto and Bastion were surprised on how Akira was able to pick up every single information like a sponge, and at the same time were questioning how smart Akira was. But they decided to leave it since they knew that Akira wasn't ready to talk about his past yet. Akira did something that surprised everyone. He asked Shepard to change his last name when he applies to Duel Academy. Everyone asked why, and he answered them. It's because I want to honor my fallen teacher. After hearing that, they decided to let Akira do what he wanted since they understood his reason. He just wanted to honor his dead teacher after all. During those days, Naruto and Akira bonded a lot to the point where Akira shown him a few duels that was recorded in his D-pad. Naruto was surprised at how good Akira was to the point where Naruto was thinking if Akira would be a good candidate for becoming a guardian of keys and help them against their battle against the Shadow Riders. Now the day has finally arrived for Akira exams. Akira easily aced the written exam thanks to Naruto and Bastion teaching him, and now his practical test is held in Obelisk Arena, where many of the students are going to watch his practical test. Now Akira was in the locker as he was checking the decks that he have and making some adjustment. He heard footsteps coming closer. He looks up and was surprised who he saw. Hello there, Akira boy, Pegasus said with a smile on his face. Akira immediately stands up and bows his head in respect. Sir Pegasus, it's an honor to meet you, Akira said with a respectful tone. Now, Akira boy. No need for you to act so formal around me. I'm here to wish you good luck in the duel. And also I wish to have request something from you. If you don't mind, Pegasus said. Akira looks at him confused. What is it? Akira asked. Pegasus grabbed something from his pockets and reveals to be 2 cards. Pegasus gave the cards to Akira. I wish for you test out these 2 new cards. Just for me. Goodbye and good luck, Akira boy, Pegasus said before he left the room, leaving Akira alone. Akira checks the cards. The first one is a spell card called The Last Dance, while the other one was Monster card, which has the image of beautiful woman with long blonde hair and blue eyes. She was wearing a beautiful white robes that would think that she was a goddess. Cecilia Pegasus, the lost lover, Akira said. When those words came into Akira's mouth, the card started to glow, which surprised the crimson hair boy. Soon he saw the image of the card started leaving and forming in front of him. Akira was shocked in what he was seeing right now. The spiritual form of Cecilia Pegasus. Cecilia's eyes opened and saw Akira before her. She smiled gracefully at the boy. Akira was still shocked in what he was seeing. Akira finally snapped out from his shock and looked at Cecilia. Well, this is a surprise. Looks like my lover has finally made me into a card, Cecilia said. Your duel monster, Akira said. He heard stories about duel monsters. Hell even saw his first duel monster when his father was teaching about the game before he died. Cecilia nodded and smiled at him. Yes, I'm Cecilia. I'm Pegasus' lover. Nice to meet you. Akira nodded and smiled at the monster. I'm Akira Yuki. Nice to meet you. My, such a nice boy, Cecilia said as she smiled at Akira. Akira just grinned at him. Akira-kun, Yeah? Akira asked. I wish to ask a favor from you. A small favor if you don't mind, Cecilia said. Akira nodded his head and started listening in what Cecilia wanted him to do. Duel Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Duel Academy Obelisk Arena, Shepard said as cheers were heard all around the arena. Today, we will have practical exam for special student today. This causes murmur around the building. So, Shepard called us for an exam of a student? What a waste of time, Zane said with usual blank look on his face. Well, I'm more than happy to watch a duel like any other duelist, especially there's a chance for Growler getting his ass kicked since he's going to be the opponent, Natsumi said. Besides, I wouldn't be so sure about that, Zane. Maybe this kid has talent, Alexa said. She was also questioning why did Shepard call the students if it was only for an entrance exam of a transfer student. Talent is right, Alexis, a voice said. Alexis and Zane turned to where that voice came from. She saw Naruto coming towards them while he was accompanied by Bastion, Jaden, Cyrus, Chumli and Satsuki. What do you mean, Naruto? Alexis asked. Naruto smiled at her before turning his attention to the stadium. That transferee student was able to easily to perfect the written exam, and something tells me that there's a huge surprise going to happen, Naruto said. He remembers the videos that he watched from Akira on how he duel and his duel style. Naruto could say that Akira will put on a great show. Now, will you all please welcome our special guests for today? Please welcome Sito Kaiba and Maximilian Pegasus, Shepard said. This caused everyone besides Naruto gasp in shock as they turned to the higher balcony where they saw Kaiba and Pegasus watching from above. Hello, everyone. Pegasus waved at the audience while Kaiba just let out a grunt. Pegasus? Kaiba? What are they doing here? Alexis asked in shock. They didn't know that two well-known figures in Monster Duel would be here today. Like I said, Alexis, Naruto said. The group looked at him and saw a huge grin on Naruto's face. We are going to see a great performance today. Now, without further, let's introduce the duelists for this match, Shepard said. On my right corner, he is the head of the Obelisk Dormitory, Velian Growler. Soon many of the Obelisk students started to cheer for Growler as he made his way to stadium with smug look on his face. I really don't want to be an examiner of the some student, but if Mr. Kaiba and Mr. Pegasus is here, I can give them a good show since Shepard appointed as the opponent, Growler thought. He could feel that if he impressed Kaiba enough, this would give him a good promotion. Now on my left corner, he is a student that aced the written exam. This caused many of students besides Naruto group in shock since it was practically impossible to ace the written exam unless you have great knowledge about duel monsters. He is the new transferee student. Let's give a warm welcome to Akira Sakaki. So, that's the kid name, Zane said. Soon he saw Akira coming out, and suddenly many of the girls in the obelisk section started screaming. Oh my god, he is so cute! He's a total hottie! Soon the girls in the academy started making comments on how cute or handsome Akira was. Naruto and rest couldn't help but sweat drop at this. Wow, first day and he has a fan club already, Naruto said. You know, he looks like Jaden except for the red hairstyle. Is he your cousin or something? Natsumi asked the hero duelist. Nope, Jaden said. Akira requested them to not tell his relationship as the son of an alternative universe since Akira wasn't ready to tell everyone about his true identity yet to everyone besides them. Akira waved at the crowd with a smile on his face as he makes his way to the stage. Soon he saw Growler. He saw the smug grin on the professor's face and couldn't help but sigh in annoyance. Great. Another smug dude. Or is he a she? Why do I have to always face this kind of people? He thought. But he immediately put on a smile as he was now standing a few feet away from his opponent. Now let's the duel begin, Shepard said. Duel vest on, Growler said. The duel vest activated and Growler looked at Akira and noticed that he doesn't have a dual disc. Where's your dual disc? Did you forget about it? A dual disc is a very important tool for every duelist. Are you sure that really aced that exam and didn't cheat? Growler taunted. Akira smiled at Growler, and raised his arm that has D-pad on the wrist. D-pad! Activated! Dual lock! Akira said. And suddenly a straight parallelogram blade that resembles a dual disc card zone with the red blade edges. Everyone gasped in shock except for Naruto and Kaiba, who had interested look on his face. Akira lowered his arm and a grin appeared on Akira's face. Well, Professor, this is my own personalized dual disc, or I like to call the D-pad. Now, that is an impressive dual disc, Alexa said. Natsumi and Zane just nod their head in agreement. You know, even I saw that many times already. I couldn't help but be amazed in that technology that he have. Bastion whispered to Naruto and the Slifer trio. The group mentally agreed to them since they also find it awesome how the dual disc looks like now. Now let's get this show on the road, Akira said with grin on his face. Soon both duelists draw out 5 cards and started the duel. Duel! Akira 4000. Growler 4000. I'll go first. Draw, Akira said as he draw his card. Akira looks his hand a few seconds before making his move. First I play the spell card Graceful Charity. This allows me draw 3 new cards then discard 2 cards from my hand. Akira draw 3 new cards. He looks at cards he drawn before he discard 2 cards from his hand. Summon. Performable Skeeter Skimmer, 500/1600, in attack mode. Akira said as he places the card on the parallelogram blade and soon orange insect wearing a pair of orange glasses appeared on the field. Next I place 3 face-down cards and end my turn. Is that all? Well then. My move then, Growler said. He draw his card and looks at his hand. Soon a smile appeared on his face. I don't like that Growler look on his face, Saira said. It's obvious that he has a good set cards in his hand, Naruto said as he observes the duel. Now I place 2 cards face down and activate the spell card Heavy Storm, Growler said as the card appeared on the field. Now all of the cards in the spell/trap zone are destroyed. Not so fast. I use one of my face down card. Emergency Provisions, Akira said as the card was revealed. All I have to do is send any number of other spell and trap cards I have to the graveyard and I gain 1000 life points for each card sent. I'm sending my 2 other face-down cards, Akira said as the 2 other face-down disappeared from the field and Akira's body was glowing with green aura. Akira 6000. Growler 4000. Soon a powerful wind happened and destroyed Growler face-down cards. Now thanks to Heavy Storm, the face-down cards that I set were Statue of the Wicked, which mean I gained 2 tokens, Growler said with grin on his face as the 2 tokens appeared on the field. Deja vu much. He's using the combo he did to Jaden, Naruto stated. The group nodded in agreement as they silently continue watching the duel. Now I sacrifice to bring forth Ancient Gear Golem, 3000/3000, in attack position, Growler said. Soon both tokens disappeared and was replaced with Ancient Gear Golem. Soon many of the students started cheering for Growler. Well, there's Growler's signature monster, Alexa said. Then she suddenly realized something. But I thought this is entrance exam. Why would Growler using his personal deck? I heard from Shepard that he takes on Akira seriously, which means that Growler is not holding back, Naruto stated. The group was shocked in hearing this. Soon they turned back their attention to the duel, while Naruto narrowed his eyes as he observes the duel. Growler sneer at Akira. Now, Ancient Golem, destroy his monster. Not so fast, Akira said. I use Performable Skeeter Skimmer special ability. When this card is in attack position, card is targeted for an attack, I can change this card to defense position and negate your attack, Akira said as the said monster changed into defense position. Growler monster stop its attack and Growler just glare at Akira. Lucky break. I place 1 card face down and end my turn, Growler said as the face down card appeared on the field. My turn, draw, Akira said as he draw his card. He looks at his card, a smile appeared on his face. Now I sacrifice Performable Skeeter Skimmer. Soon the said monster turned into particle of lights. To summon Performable Elefhammer, 2600/1800 in attack mode. Soon it was replaced by small elephant that was wearing cloths, and its trunk was hammer attached to the end. The elephant started dancing on the field, which causes many of students started laughing happily on how the elephant was acting. My. I like Akira boy deck. His deck is full of entertaining monsters, Pegasus said as he was clapping and let out a small laugh at the elephant performance. Kaiba had an annoyed look on his face, but he was more interested in Akira Dual Disc. It more small and has futuristic features. He wondered how smart this boy really was. Now, I use spell card. Monster Reborn. This allows me to special summon a monster from either of our graveyards. Now I summon Performable Swordfish, 600/600, in attack mode, Akira said. A blue fish with glasses and bow tie appeared on the field. Now I use its special effect. Once per turn, I can target one face-up monster that you controls and it loses 600 ATK until the end of my turn. Now go Performable Swordfish, Akira said. The monster soon started levitating in the air and suddenly multiply itself. Soon all the clones started stabbing the golem in multiple parts. My golem! Growler screeched as he saw the golem letting some steam, and its ATK points lowered. 3000 to 2400. Alright. Now Akira monster is now stronger than Growler golem. Cyrus cheered. Go Akira! Jaden cheered. Battle! Go Performal Elephhammer! Akira commanded. Soon the elephant charges towards the golem, and soon jump in the air. I use my Trap Dash. Now I use Performable Elephhammer special ability. When this card declares an attack, I can return all of your spell/trap cards back to your hand, Akira said. What? Growler said in shock as the face-down card returned to his hand. Now go Performable Elephhammer, Akira said as the elephant lifted a trunk that has hammer and smashed the golem with it. Soon the golem crumbled into pieces. No! Growler screeched as he saw that his monster remains turns into particles of light. He looks back at Akira, who had grin on his face. Akira 6000. Growler 3800. Now I attack you with Performable Swordfish, Akira said, and soon the said monster appeared in front of Growler, and dived down towards the teacher and slashed him. Akira 6000. Growler 3200. Growler gritted his teeth in pain and glares at grinning Akira. You'll pay for that, you brat. Now end my turn with a face down and call it a turn, Akira said as the face down appeared on the field. The crowd cheered at Akira's performance at taking down Growler's signature monster. This guy cards have been impressive so far, Natsumi said, and Alexis nodded her head in agreement. Yeah, but I never heard this cards before. Could it be a new archetypes that was never released public yet? Alexis asked. Maybe, but this make it more interesting since his cards are complete mystery to everyone, Naruto said, and everyone nodded in agreement at that. So far Akira boy card has been entertaining to watch like my Toon monsters. Don't you think, Kaiba boy? Pegasus said. He was enjoying the duel so far and he hoped that Akira was willing to play the two cards he gave to him. Yes, but doesn't caught much of my interest yet, Kaiba said as he narrowed his eyes as he watched the duel. Shepard reported him about the new kinds of summoning methods that Akira has, and he wanted to see for himself. My turn! Draw! Growler scowled as he drawed the card. Soon a grin appeared on his face. Now I play the spell card Pot of Greed to draw 2 more cards. Growler draws 2 more cards from his deck. He checks it, and evil smirk appeared on his now. Now I use the spell card, Lighting Vortex, Growler said as the card appeared on the field. Akira eyes wide in shock along with Naruto the others. Now all I have to do is to discard a card from my hand and all your face-up monster are destroyed. Soon lighting came down to Akira monster's zone and destroyed the monsters. Oh no, Akira is now defenseless, Cyrus said as he saw the monsters were destroyed. This is not good, Chumley muttered under his breath. Now I played the spell card, Graceful Charity, to let my draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards. Growler said as he draw 3 new cards, then looks at his hand for a few seconds, then discard 2 cards to graveyard. Now I use Monster Reborn to bring back Ancient Gear Golem, Growler said as the said monster appeared behind Growler again. Now I use the equip spell card, Premature Burial, Growler said as the card appeared on the field. Now all I have to do is sacrifice 800 of my life points to bring back a monster from the graveyard in attack position. I special summon Ancient Gear Engineer, 1500/1500. Soon a brown robot with drill as hand appeared on the field. Akira 6000. Growler 2400. When did he have that in the graveyard? Cyrus asked. He must discarded it when he used the effect of Graceful Charity, Bastion said. Now battle. Now if any of Ancient Gear attack you, you can't activate any of spell or trap card. Akira eyes widen in shock in hearing this. Ancient Gear Engineer attack him directly, Growler said. Ancient Gear Engineer charges towards Akira and he attack him. Akira 4500. Growler 2400. Now I use Ancient Gear Engineer effect. When this monster attack ended, I can destroy one of your face down card, Growler said with a cruel smirk. Soon the monster used its drill to destroy Akira face down card. This is bad for Akira. He has no more cards left in hands or field, Cyrus said with worried look on his face. I sure hope that Akira could pull this off, Jaden said with worried tone. Naruto just continues to observe the match with narrowed eyes. What will do now, Akira? Naruto thought. He wonders if Akira will pull of a miracle here. Now I attack you with Ancient Gear Golem with Mechanized Punch, Growler said as Ancient Gear was walking towards Akira. Soon it stood in front of Akira and bring up his fist and brought it down. The punch went through Akira but he flinched when the attack went through him. Akira 1500. Growler 2400. Now I end my turn with a face down card. Your turn, boy, Growler taunted with a smug look on his face. He has only one chance left. If he doesn't draw the card that he needs, it's over, Zane said. Natsumi and Alexis nodded in agreement but couldn't help but feel sorry for him. Pegasus and Kaiba continues to observe the duel. Pegasus had worried look on his face. He hoped that Akira will be able to draw the card that he needed to turn this around. He felt that he burdened Akira with his request. Sure, the spell card is powerful one, but the monster wasn't much. If Akira lose, he felt that he would blame himself for Akira lost. Kaiba was looking at duel with serious look on his face. He felt that this duel was over soon but not Growler favor. The situation seems too impossible to turn around, but his guts was telling him that Akira will win. So, he just decided to keep about it and observe the match. My turn. Akira placed his hand on his deck. Draw! Akira yelled as he draw a single card, but he felt a pulse from his heart. He looks at card he draw and a smile appeared on his face. He looks at Growler who had a smug look on his face. Professor, Akira called and Growler looks at Akira with arrogant look on his face. Yes, what is it? Growler asked. Tell me. Why do you duel? Akira asked. Soon silence fell on the atmosphere as everyone watches the conversation. Pegasus and Kaiba were interested as well. Why do I need to answer your question? My reasons is none of your business, boy. Growler sneered at him. Pegasus narrowed his eyes at Growler since he didn't like how he responded to Akira. Well, my reason is simple. I duel as the same reason as my teacher had. To bring smile on everyone. To put a show that people will never forget. I duel because to make the people happy, Akira said, and soon a grin appeared on his face. That's what I'm going to do. What an interesting boy, Pegasus said with smile on his face. He like Akira reason to duel. Wow, this guy sure is something, Alexis said, and everyone besides Zane nodded in agreement. Growler just scoffed it off. Yes, now carry on with your turn. Akira smirked and brought out his arms wide open. Ladies and gentlemen, Akira said as he got the crowd attention. Time for the final act of this duel. The grand finale is about to begin. Soon everyone in the crowd was in anticipation what is going to happen. Wow, he's a theatrical one, isn't he? Naruto asked as he was also interested in what Akira was going to do. Now, as you can see that I have no cards on field while my opponent has at least 5 cards on the field, Akira said to the audience as he started to talk like a ringmaster. And I have only 1 card in my hand, but soon you will all be amazed in what I'm going to do, Akira said, and soon Akira placed the card in D-pad single slot. I use the spell card, Magician Manipulation, Akira said as the card is shown in the field. This causes everyone to look confused. What kind of card is that? Natsumi asked. I don't know, but something tells me something awesome is about to happen, Jaden said with an excited look on his face. If this is the only card in my hand and I control no cards on the field, I draw 1 card for each card that my opponent have, then reveal the cards that I drawn. At the end of this turn, I banish all cards that I control. This caused many in the audience to gasp in shock. That's a powerful card, Alexis said with wide eyes. She never thought that kind of card existed. But a risky one. He needs to finish this duel now or else he lose, Zane said. Zane couldn't help but respect the guy since he has heart and guts in doing this risky move. Soon Akira draw 5 cards from his deck. He looks at the cards he draw and a grin appeared on his face. Now, I will show my cards to everyone, Akira said. Soon holographic images appeared above Akira. Everyone saw 1 unknown card that was orange on the top while green on bottom, 1 unknown effect monster, 1 unknown monster, and 2 spell cards. Pegasus' eyes widened in shock as he saw the 2 cards that he gave to Akira. Soon a small smile appeared on his face. Now I use the spell card, Pot of Greed, to draw 2 more cards. Akira draws 2 more cards and saw it was both were spell cards. Now I play another spell card, Pendulum Call, Akira said as the card appeared on the field. This how it works. I discard a card from my hand and add 2 Magician, Pendulum monsters with different names from my deck to my hand. This caused everyone to questioning look from the audience and everyone else. What is a pendulum card? Growler asked. Everyone also asking the same thing. But all they received was a smile from Akira. You will all know soon enough, Akira said as he grabbed 2 cards of his choice. Soon he spreads his arm wide open. Now the finale will begin. Now I set Scale 1 Stargazer Magician and Scale 8 Timegazer Magician to the Pendulum Zone, Akira said as he set 2 cards to the each end of his D-pad. Soon 2 figures appeared above Akira and was surrounded with blue pillar that can be seen through. On the left was figure wearing white clothing while on the right was wearing black clothes. Soon the number appeared below the figures. The number 1 appeared on white one while the number 8 appeared on the right one. Now I'm sure that everyone is asking how has been able to set 2 monsters on the field and didn't get any error from the system? Akira asked, and this caused everyone to nod and wanting for answers. Well, it's simple, ladies and gentlemen. These 2 are pendulum cards. A pendulum card is monster and spell card. Now, before any raise any question, let finish my explanation, Akira said. This caused many of the audience to stop about asking about it. You see, the industrial illusion has created a new zones for the dual monsters. And those are the pendulum zone where pendulum cards are treated spell/trap card. Which means they can be destroyed by any cards that involve in destroying spell/trap zone. This caused many of the audience to gasp in shock. Did you know about this? Kaiba asked. Pegasus shook his head. No, but don't forget he is a different case after all, Kaiba boy, Pegasus said, and this caused Kaiba to stop questioning Pegasus and return his attention to the duel. Now the reason for the numbers that you see below the pendulum cards are the scale. This set the number of level of monsters that I can summon. This caused everyone in the room look at him with wide eyes. Now since you all can see the numbers 1 and 8 from scales, it means that I can summon from level 2 to 7 monster from my hand. This caused many of the audience to gasp in shock while some even fainted from this announcement. Now I will all show you a summoning method that is never seen before. It will make jaw dropped in shock, Akira said. This caught everyone's attention and interest. A new summoning method? Alexis asked with wide eyes. This guy is just full of surprises, Natsumi said with wide eyes also. Now, for the summoning method to begin. Akira said, and soon he started to chant his words. Soon a giant blue crystal pendant appeared in the middle, and many of the audience, even Growler, was looking at awe or interest. Thanks to the pendulum scale of 1 and 8. Now I can summon any monsters between LV2 to 7 at the same time, Akira said, and this caused many in the crowd, including Zane and Kaiba, to eyes widen in shock. Swing, pendulum of the soul! Draw an arc of light across the ether! Akira chanted as the blue crystal was swinging around and the crowd was following the movement. Pendulum summon! Come forth! My monsters! Akira shouted as strange symbol appeared on the air, and soon 3 lights shot out of a blue portal that appeared out of nowhere. Performable Whip Snake, 1700/900. The first light on the left formed a purple viper with hat. The ace and heroine of the stage. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, 2500/2000. The second light in the middle formed a red Tyrannosaurus with its torso was encased in some sort of strange pale armor with blue spheres embedded in it, and curved spikes of the same color extended from its back, where one might expect wings to be. A yellow crest adorned its head. And finally the guest of the show for today. Cecilia Pegasus, the Lost Lover. 2000/2200. Soon the last light shattered like glass and slowly revealed Cecilia wearing white robes. Cecilia revealed herself on the stage, and Pegasus' eyes widened in shock as he saw Cecilia in the field. Soon a small smile spread into Cecilia Pegasus' face as a tear was going down on his cheek, as once again he was able to see his lost lover. Many of the audience were shocked at this. They never witnessed this kind of summoning before. Akira just did something that would forever be in their mind. Incredible! He managed to summon all of the monsters in his hand at once. Bastion said all. Jaden, Cyrus and Chumley were practically had their jaw dropped in the floor as they saw this. Unbelievable! Zane said. Even he, himself, was completely shocked at this development. He never thought that he would witness something like this. Natsumi and Alexis were just speechless as they saw this. No words could describe how incredible what Akira did. Naruto smiled as he saw Akira's summoning method. He himself was in awe in seeing the summoning method at first hand. Even Kaiba himself was shocked at this predicament. No words could describe on what Akira did was absolute mind-blowing to them. Summoning all 3 powerful monsters at once from the hand just like that was just shocking. Growler was the first one to snap out from his shock and sneer at Akira as he realized something. That was an impressive display of summoning, I must say, but none of your monsters are strong enough to beat my ancient gear golem, Growler said, causing everyone to snap out from the shock and realize that Growler was right. Maybe not right now, Akira said before he enters the last card in his hand. But with this I activate the spell card, The Last Dance, Akira said as the card was shown in the field. Soon the entire stadium suddenly changed to Grand Ballroom. WW, what's going on? Growler asked as he was looking around with a panic look on his face. I can activate this spell card only when I have Cecilia Pegasus, the Lost Lover, on the field. This would allow me to choose 2 monsters to have a boost of 700 ATK points, and also none of your spell or trap cards can be activated for this turn, Akira said with a grin on his face. What? Growler said in shock. He looked at his face down and saw. Now I give those 700 ATK point boost to Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, 2500 to 3200, and Cecilia Pegasus, the Lost Lover, 2000 to 2700. Akira said, and soon Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon let out a mighty roar while Cecilia was glowing with a heavenly aura. It's over. He wins, Zane stated. Everyone nodded in agreement as they already see that Akira clearly won this duel. Now battle! Performable Whip Snake attack Ancient Gear Engineer! Akira commanded as the snake charges towards the metal robot with a drill and soon an explosion. Akira 1500. Growler 2200. Now I will do a great stunt with that, shock you all before your very eyes, Akira said before he jumps in the air and landed on Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon back. Everyone in the audience except for Naruto were shocked or jaw dropped in shock. He's riding on his dual monster, Alexis said in shock. How is that possible? Natsumi asked. Maybe he really is a magician, Zane muttered in his breath. Unbelievable. Shepard was telling the truth, Kaiba said in shock. Even he, himself couldn't believe that Akira was now riding on his dual monster. So cool, Jaden said with stars in his eyes. He is so going to ask Akira to let him ride that sweet dual monster. Go Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon! Akira commanded. Soon Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon started charging towards the ancient gear golem. Then suddenly it jumps in the air that was now at least 10 feet high above. Many of the audience jaw dropped in shock at this. Attack with Spiral Strike Burst! Soon the monster released a torrent of spiral flame towards the ancient gear and it struck. Odd Eyes effect activates. When this card battles a LV5 or higher monster, the battle damage is doubled. Go! Reaction Force! The flames got only stronger and soon ancient gear golem exploded. Akira 1500. Growler 1800. My golem! Growler shouted in fear as he saw his golem was gone. Akira immediately soon jumps off of Odd Eye's back and was soon falling down. Many of the audience gasped in shock as they started to get worried as they saw the duelist now falling down. Akira! Naruto, Jaden, Cyrus, Chumli and Bastion shouted in shock and fear in what they saw. Soon they were shocked as they saw Akira doing air maneuvers and soon he landed graceful on the ground and back to his spot. Soon Odd Eyes followed as he landed back to his original position. Akira spread his arms and smiled to crowd. "Tada!" Akira said. Soon silence fell on the entire stadium and soon all of the students were cheering at the incredible stunt that Akira pulled off. Amazing! Simply amazing! Pegasus as he stands up from his seat and clap his hands with a smile on his face. That was one crazy stunt, Satsuki said. Everyone sighed in relief as they saw Akira was okay. Well, he did say he will shock everyone, Bastion said. He already ride on his dual monster like nothing was already shocking, but doing a stunt like that was absolute crazy, Natsumi said, and Alexis nodded in agreement. Now for one final act, folks. Cecilia, will you do the honors? Akira asked. Cecilia nodded before she created a bright orb and launches it in the air to the center of the room. Soon a barrage of yellow bullets started raining down on Growler and hitting him. Mama! Mia! Growler shouted before his life points were all gone as Ballroom disappeared and Growler face down card. Akira 1500, winner. Growler 0. Soon everyone in the stadium started cheering for Akira victory while Pegasus and Kaiba clapped their hands at the impressive comeback that Akira did. Now for the encore! Odd Eyes! Go! Akira shouted as Odd Eyes released a torrent of flames to the orb of light that Cecilia created. When it made contact, a huge firework display that said "That's all, folks" were carved in the air and flames appeared before the audience's eyes. Cheers got louder as they were entertained and amazed at Akira duel that they never seen before. Akira! 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 The people cheered as one by one Akira monsters were disappearing. Akira did a bow to the audience and celebrated his victory. That was most entertaining duel that I ever seen. It almost like I was in a magic show, Cyrus said as he continues to clap his hands. Yeah! That was awesome, Jaden said happily. That was indeed a very impressive performance. Those pendulum cards are very powerful, Bastion said. What a stunning performance. Akira boy has a future of being a duelist and entertainer at the same time, Pegasus said as he smiled at the boy. Kaiba was quiet, but he agrees with Pegasus. The boy has a great future in becoming a duelist. He could feel it. After the duel, Akira was heading back to the locker room when suddenly he was greeted by Naruto and the rest of gang except for Zane. Akira! Jaden, Cyrus and Chumli approaches him. Jaden wrapped his arm around Akira's neck. That was an awesome duel! Hey, could you let me ride on your Odd Eyes dragon? Jaden asked. Akira just smirked at him. Maybe some other time, but sure, Akira said, and this caused Jaden to cheer in joy. That was a stunning comeback there, Akira, Bastion said. Thanks, Bastion. But Akira turns his attention to Alexis, Natsumi, and Satsuki. Who are those three? Akira asked. I'm Alexis Rhodes, nice to meet you, Alexis said as she introduced herself. Natsumi Namikaze, Natsumi said with a smile on her face. Satsuki Kaiba, Satsuki said with casual tone as she gave Akira a blank look. Akira smiled at girls and said, Well, it's nice to meet you all three. I hope that you've been entertained by my duel. Yes, that was an impressive duel, but stunt you took was very scary, Alexis said. Akira shrugged his shoulders. I like to keep my audience at the edge of their seat, Akira said with a grin on his face. Well, Akira-san, can you tell us how did you manage to ride on your duel monster? Satsuki asked. She wanted information on how Akira was able to do that. Akira was about to answer when suddenly a voice was heard throughout the halls. Akira boy! The voice shouted. Everyone turned to where the voice came from and saw Pegasus, Kaiba, and Shepard approaching them. Pegasus-san, Akira said before he approaches the three adults. Pegasus stops in front of Akira and smiled at the boy. That was splendid, my boy! That was the most entertaining duel that ever seen in my entire life. You sure know how to surprise the audience, Pegasus said happily. Akira grinned and scratched the back of his neck. Thank you, Akira said as he didn't know what else to say. Yes, that was an impressive duel indeed, Akira, especially that great comeback that you did. I thought you were going to lose, Shepard said with a smile on his face. Shepard looks at Kaiba, who just nods his head before returning back his attention to Akira. Akira Sakaki. Mr. Kaiba and I decided that you will rank as obelisk student. Congratulations and welcome to the academy. Shepard extends his hand and Akira accepted it and shake it. Then suddenly came into Akira's mind. Wait, does that mean that I have to change my jacket? Yes, you will be given a blue one since you're an obelisk blue, Shepard said. Can I keep the red one instead? I kinda like it more, Akira said. Shepard and Kaiba was surprised at this and looked at each other. Shepard just shrugged and said, Sure, but you will still be ranked as an obelisk student, Shepard said. Akira just shrugged and grinned at him. Akira was it? Kaiba spoke as he approaches Akira. Akira turns his attention to the man. I would like to know how you managed to materialize that dual monster of yours for you enough to ride on it. Akira activated his dual disc and started to talk. Well, this dual disc has advanced solid vision, a solid vision that's so advanced that can actually materialize dual monsters to life. The solid vision would be called real solid vision. Luckily I know how to make these. My dual disc has actually portable hologram generator that created the arm blade of the dual disc. Kaiba got a glint on his eye and Akira didn't like it. Would you be willing to share your technology? I would buy the information in creating it, Kaiba said. Akira shook his head. I'm sorry, Mr. Kaiba, but I don't want my technology to share to the world yet. But I'll keep it in mind, Akira said. Kaiba just grunted but nodded his head. Just make sure that you don't sell it to other people yet, Kaiba said to him. Akira just nodded. Soon Kaiba started to walk away from him but approaches Naruto and the others. Hey Dad, Satsuki said. Kaiba looked at his daughter and small smile appeared on his face. A genuine smile that was only for his family. Hello Satsuki. How's the academy been treating you? Kaiba asked. Satsuki shrugged her shoulder in response. Nothing special except the part where I already have a fan club here already, Satsuki said. Kaiba just narrowed his eyes a bit since he was well aware of Satsuki fan club. Something that he knew that would be dealt pretty soon since majority of them were populated by boys. Everyone could notice that deadly aura that Kaiba was releasing which scared mostly everyone except Naruto and Satsuki. Natsumi leans towards to Satsuki and whispers to her. Your dad is pretty scary. Satsuki rolled her eyes and said. He's overprotective, that's all. He's probably thinking several ways to torture my fan club, something that I don't really mind. Kaiba turns his attention to Naruto as he finally stopped releasing his scary aura. Naruto, how's the progress of the project? Pretty good actually, All we need now are the things that I required for you to send, Naruto said as he knew what Kaiba was talking about the D-Wheel project. Good, I'll make sure that they will be sent in 3 days or else. They are probably almost done anyway if you didn't ask one of them for it to be customized one, Kaiba said with an annoyed look on his face. Naruto just grinned at Kaiba before the man soon started walking away. What was he talking about, Naruto? What project? Alexis said. Naruto looks at Alexis and shook his head. Sorry, top secret, Naruto said. Alexis wanted to press on, but the look that Naruto was giving to her made her stop. While the group was in their own conversation, Akira and Pegasus were chatting with one another. I'm really thankful that you managed to play the cards that given to you. Pegasus smiled at him. Then suddenly Akira's eyes widened in shock at realize something. The cards I forgot, Akira said as he grabbed the 2 cards from the deck. Pegasus looks confused. What's wrong, Akira boy? Pegasus asked. Akira shook his head and said, Pegasus-san, I can have private talk to you. Alone. I need to tell you something about those cards you gave me, Akira said. Pegasus' eyes widened in shock but nodded his head. Of course. Please follow me, Pegasus said. Pegasus started walking away with Akira following him. Naruto and others were confused at this. Where is Akira going? Chumley asked. Maybe Pegasus asked for some privacy to talk to him, Naruto said. Bastion nodded in agreement. Maybe, but the question is, why? Bastion said. Do you think that we should follow them? Cyrus asked. Yeah, maybe Pegasus will give a rare card or something awesome. Jaden grinned. Soon Jaden started following where Pegasus and Akira went to. Jaden, wait, sigh, that guy is just too curious sometimes. I need to make sure that he doesn't do anything stupid, Naruto said as he followed Jaden. Soon everyone decided to follow them since they were also interested why Pegasus left with Akira. With Pegasus and Akira, they were at the academy rooftop and it was still daytime. Pegasus turns to Akira and looks at him with a serious look. Alright, what do you want to talk about the cards, Akira boy? Pegasus asked. You remember your old lover, Cecilia, right? Akira asked. Pegasus' eyes widened in shock before he narrowed them. What do you mean, boy? Are you mocking me? Pegasus asked with an angry tone. If there's one thing that Pegasus would anger Pegasus the most was talking about his dead lover. Wait, just let me explain first before you say anything else, Akira said as he raised his hands defensively. Pegasus was taking a few deep breaths to calm himself. They never noticed that Naruto and others were watching them near the entrance of the school roof. What do you think what's going on? Jaden asked. Then suddenly Naruto covered his mouth with his hand. Be quiet, Jaden, Naruto hissed at him. Jaden just nodded his head before they all continued to observe what was going on. When you gave me the cards and left the room, one of your card dual spirits show up to me, Akira said. Pegasus had a confused look on his face, then slowly he started realizing what Akira was saying, causing him to eyes wide in shock and disbelief. Akira notices the shock look on Pegasus' face and took it as sign that he realizes it. Yes, your dead lover, Cecilia, show up before me as a dual spirit, Akira said with a serious tone. Pegasus gasps in shock. Akira activates his dual disc and places Cecilia Pegasus, the lost lover card, in the monster zone. Soon Cecilia appeared before Pegasus with her eyes closed. Cecilia's eyes slowly opened and was looking at Pegasus. A genuine smile appeared on Cecilia's face. Hello, Pegasus, Cecilia said softly. She moves her hand and slowly reaches for Pegasus and cups his face. Pegasus was shocked at this. He could never think that he would ever see Cecilia or hold her. Cecilia, Pegasus whispered as tear was running down his visible eye. He couldn't feel the great joy that he was feeling right now. Naruto and others were looking at the scene before them. Bastion was the first one to break the silence. Why did Akira bring up that dual monster? Bastion asked. Suddenly Crystal Kuribo's spirit appeared beside Naruto's head. What is it, Crystal Kuribo? Naruto whispered to Spirit. Crystal was making some noises to him that he manages to understand. Naruto eyes wide in shock after Crystal was done. Bro, what's wrong? Jaden asked as he noticed the shock look on Naruto's face. Crystal just told me that dual monster was Pegasus' dead lover, Cecilia. Her spirit became a dual monster, Naruto explained with soft tone. Everyone's eyes widen in shock before they look back at scene. Cecilia, you're really here, Pegasus said as with joyful smile appeared on his face. Cecilia nodded her head. Yes, but as a dual monster, Cecilia said. Pegasus' eyes widen in shock. What do you mean, my love? Pegasus asked, wanting some explanation. You see, my love, when you finally turned me in card, you changed my spirit into dual spirit as well. I have always been watching after my death, Pegasus, Cecilia said. Pegasus was shocked at hearing this information. But you never deserved this injury, my love. Cecilia's hands were glowing brightly, and soon a bright light happened that caused everyone except Pegasus to cover their eyes from the intense light. When the light disappeared, everyone looked back again and saw that Pegasus and Cecilia were still there. Cecilia smiled at Pegasus and said to him, It's done, my love. I restored your other eye, Cecilia said. Pegasus was shocked at this and slowly moved his hand to the eye that was covered with his hair. Then he moves his hair a bit and closed his other eye, and he was shocked that he could still see with the use of the other eye. The eye that once has held the Millennium Eye. Soon he felt Cecilia's hands again and saw that she was smiling at him. Always remember, I'm always watching you, Cecilia said before she leaned forward and gave him a kiss. Pegasus' eyes widened in shock but kissed back. Soon she slowly turned into particles of light and vanished into thin air. Pegasus and Akira look up as they watch the particles of light flying away. Pegasus smiled with tears running down his eyes as he continues to stare where the particles were flying away. He could see that Cecilia was smiling at him. He wiped his tears away and looked at Akira and saw that Akira has 2 cards that he gave to him. Hold on these cards, Pegasus-san. They hold the spirit of Cecilia-san after all, Akira said with smile. Pegasus stared at him for a few seconds before he smiled back and accepted the cards. Yes, and thank you, my boy. Thank you for letting me feel and see Cecilia again. If there's anything you need, just give me a call. I owe you a big favor after all, Pegasus said with a good-hearted smile. He was happy that he was able to see and touch Cecilia again, and at the same time recovered his eye. It was all thanks to Akira here, and he felt that he has thankful to the boy. Akira smiled at him and gave him thumbs up. Naruto and others were smiling at the scene that they just witnessed. I can't believe that Pegasus' dead lover became a dual monster spirit, Alexis said. Well, we are living the world different possibilities after all, Alexis, Natsumi said with a smile on her face. Naruto just smiled before he started walking away. Jaden and the others noticed this. Bro, where are you going? Jaden asked. Naruto turned his head with a small smile on his face. I'm going back to the dorm. Besides, the 2 might catch us eavesdropping them. And I don't want to get in trouble, Naruto said. Everyone's eyes widened in shock as they realized this. They immediately followed Naruto before Pegasus and Akira would catch them. Time skip. Akira was now standing in front of Shepard in the office. After saying his goodbye to Pegasus, Akira was called by Shepard and was about to talk about his stay in Duel Academy. Well, Akira, since now you're a student in the academy and you are placed in Obelisk Blue, you're staying at the Obelisk Blue dorm, Shepard said. Where is Naruto and the others are staying? Akira asked. Naruto, Jaden, Cyrus and Chumli are in the Slifer dorm, while Bastion is in the Ari dorm. Naruto would have been a Blue Obelisk student but decided to move to Slifer instead because of his brother, Jaden, Shepard explained. Akira's eyes widened in surprise in hearing this. Are you saying that I can move to other dorms? Akira asked in surprise. Chancellor looks at him confused but nodded at him. Yes, if you want to, Chancellor said. Soon a grin appeared on Akira's face. Then put me in on the Slifer Red, Akira said with a grin on his face. Chancellor looks at him in shock. Time skip. I wonder where Akira is? Jaden asked. He and the others were currently at the dorms since it was already night time and it was almost time for dinner. Maybe he's at the obelisk dorm. He is an obelisk after all, Saira said. Maybe. Naruto said he wasn't sure where Akira since he haven't seen him all day after the duel. When suddenly they heard a knock on the door and Saira stands up and go to it to answer it. When he opens the door he was surprised on who he saw. Professor Banner? Akira? Saira said in shock voice that causes everyone in the room to stop in what they are doing here. Hello everyone, Banner said as he and Akira enters the room. I'm just here to inform you that Akira-san here will be staying at Slifer dorm. Everyone's eyes widen in hearing this. What? Everyone said in shock. Akira just grinned at them. Yeah, I asked Chancellor to move in with you guys, Akira said. But you're in Obelisk Blue. You should be at Obelisk Blue dorm. The things in that dorm are great, Saira said. Well, I'd rather be with my friends than some fancy place. Besides, I'm sure that head of the obelisk dorm will only be pissed at me more since I'm sure that he doesn't want me anywhere near his dorm, Akira said. Naruto nodded in agreement, since he knew that Growler was a bitter man when he's defeated in front of everybody. Everyone smiled at that declaration, and soon Jaden, Chumli, and Cyrus grouped hugged Akira. Naruto and Banner just laughed and smiled as Akira comically struggled to get free from the grips of the Silver Trio. Next day. Ah! We're going to be late! Cyrus shouted as he, Jaden, and Chumli were dressing up as fast they can. Naruto and Akira just watched in amusement as they saw the Slifer Trio panicking. They already were in their uniforms and were ready for class. Naruto would have left by now, but Akira somehow manages to convince him to wait for the others. Ah man! We are so going to be late, Cyrus said. The Slifer Trio were now fully dressed up. Jaden noticed that Naruto and Akira were leaning against the walls. Bro! Did you and Akira wake up late also? Jaden asked in a surprised tone. Actually, we were already awake and ready to go to class, but Akira here managed to convince me to wait for you guys, Naruto said. Yup, now let's get out the field. I have something to show for you guys, Akira said with the grin on his face. Soon everyone was on the Slifer dueling field. Now I know the fastest way for us to get to school on time, Akira said, and with those words came out from his mouth. Cyrus was already on his knees and in his begging motion in front of Akira. Please, Akira! Tell us! Cyrus pleaded to Akira. He didn't want to be late again at class. He already had problem with his grades already. The four just sweat drop at the little dude panicking actions. Right. Akira let out fake cough and immediately activated his D-pad. He pulls a card and places it on disc, and Odd Eye's pendulum dragon appeared behind him. We are going to use our dual monsters to make our way to the academy, Akira grinned. The Slifers has stars in their eyes while Naruto just facepalm at Akira's stupid but same time smart suggestion. Awesome! Jaden cheered. He immediately pulls out his deck and gave a card to him. Here's the card that I want to ride on. Akira accepts the card and reveals to a monster card called Rottweiler. It was Black Robotic Wolf. Akira smiled at Jaden and nodded his head. Alright, come out. Rottweiler! Soon the said monster came out beside Jaden. Jaden wasted no time and immediately hopped on the monster back. The monster had no problem carrying Jaden since it was stronger than him. This is so cool, Jaden said with star on his eyes. Soon Chumli and Cyrus immediately brought out their own deck and gave a card to Akira. Akira accepts both cards and looks at them for a second. For Cyrus it was Stream Ride, which is a train monster, while Chumli gave him Big Koala, which was a picture of a blue koala. Soon Akira summoned the monster on the disc and the monsters came out besides him. And immediately the two other Slifers ride on their respective monsters. Akira looks at Naruto, who had a blank look on his face. What's wrong? You don't like the idea? Akira asked. Naruto just sighs and he immediately pulls out card from his deck and shouted. I summon Turbo Warrior! Soon the card started to glow, and in a flash of light. Soon a giant robot red materialized behind Naruto. Everyone looked in awe except for Akira, who was just grinning since Naruto decided to join their game. Turbo Warrior lowered itself and Naruto climbs to its shoulders before it raised again. Alright, Akira, what's your game? Naruto asked with amused look on his face. Akira grinned at him before pointing to where the academy building was. Let's have a race. First one to reach the school ground wins, Akira said. Naruto shook his head but smiled at this. Alright, on my mark, Akira said as everyone went to their position. Akira, Jaden, Cyrus and Chumley monsters were on the ground while Naruto monster was flying in the air. Set! Go! Soon the dual monsters raced off, as everyone was holding tightly on their dual monster for them not to fall. Near the academy entrance. The students were entering at entrance of the building since class was going to start soon. Alexis, Natsumi, Satsuki, Jasmine and Mindy were walking near the entrance, but suddenly Alexis could hear something coming towards the entrance that causes her to stop. Alexis, what wrong? Natsumi asked as everyone was looking at her. Do you hear something very weird? Alexis asked. Before anyone could answer, they heard shouts and stamp sound coming near the entrance. They turned around and soon a large pile of dust smoke coming towards near the academy grounds. Everyone's eyes widened in shock as they saw 4 dual monster coming their way. I'm going to win this! Akira shouted. In your dreams, Akira! This race is mine! Jaden said with grin on his face. Rea-ah-heh! Cyrus and Chumley shouted as they tried not fall on their speeding monsters. Naruto just chuckled in amusement and snapped his fingers. And immediately Turbo Warrior went supersonic speed and passed all of the other monsters. Jasmine and Mindy screamed as they saw Turbo Warrior coming close towards their direction, while the other students quickly run inside the academy building. They immediately closed their eyes and wait for the impact, but it never happened. Alexis, Natsumi and Satsuki were the first one opened their eyes and saw that Turbo Warrior was only a few inches away from them and was floating. Soon Turbo Warrior disappeared in particles of light, and Naruto safely landed on the ground. Naruto waited for the others as he never suspected the girls were just behind him. Soon Akira and other finally arrived to where Naruto and immediately went off from their respective dual monster before they disappeared in particles of light. Looks like I won, Naruto said with smirk on his face. Jaden pouted and pointed at him. No fair! You used your monster super speed! Jaden whined. Naruto just let out a chuckle at him. Never said any rules, Naruto said. Akira just chuckled at that. He does have a point, Akira said. He grabbed the cards from the D-pad panel and gave the cards back to their respective owners. Next time. I'm going to win, just you wait, bro, Jaden declared. Naruto just smiled at his brother. Sure. Whatever you say, Jaden, Naruto said. What are you guys doing? Alexis asked as she finally spoke. Naruto and others turned their attention to the girls. Morning, girls, Jaden greeted them. Morning! That what you greet us after nearly crushing us with your dual monsters? Jasmine shouted at them, causing the boys expect Naruto to flinch from the angry tone. But it didn't happen. Besides, my Turbo Warrior and knows where to stop. If I ordered it to run you over, it would have, Naruto said with glare to Jasmine, which made the Auburn girl cowered in fear. Naruto was greatly annoyed now that he had to run into Alexis' annoying friends Jasmine and Mindy, plus he didn't like their attitude towards to other students who are lower ranking than them. Hey, what's your problem? Alexis said as she glares at Naruto for glaring at her friend. Naruto turns to her and said, Because those 2 annoying friends of yours are here. That's why. Their presence feels like that I'm in the presence of annoying snubs who doesn't even know how to respect other people despite their rankings. The only reason that they are in obelisk blue is because they are girls. They don't know how to play the deck, Naruto said harshly. Everyone's eyes widened in shock in hearing this, while Alexis narrowed her eyes at Naruto. Akira leans to Jaden and whispered, What's wrong with him? He just don't like people who disrespect others because of their ranking or status. Those 2 girls have been so far looking down at Slifer students, Jaden explained to Akira. Akira nodded in understanding. He understand why Naruto didn't like the two, but for him it doesn't have to be so harsh like that. Wow, pretty harsh. Don't you think? Satsuki whispered to Natsumi. Natsumi just nodded her head. But she couldn't help but agree to her brother. Even when her brother has defeated the two, Jasmine and Mindy didn't learn a thing from their defeat and continues to look down the Slifer students. Now wait a minute. Akira decided to finally stop before the Naruto and Alexis get into a fight. Why don't we all head for class? Even it's still early. Akira's suggestion. Naruto just scoffed before he heads toward the building entrance. Alexis looks at Jaden and others. What's wrong with your brother, Jaden? Why is he acting so coldly to Jasmine and Mindy? Alexis asked. Maybe it's because your two friends still looking down on Slifer's students even they got beaten by my brother, Jaden said. Alexis' eyes widened in surprise and turned to Jasmine and Mindy, who both turned away from Alexis' look. Jasmine. Mindy. Is it true? Alexis asked. Both girls didn't answer her. Alexis glares at them. After Naruto beating you two, who is a Slifer? You both continue to look down the Slifers. What's the point, Alexis? They are Slifers anyway, they will always be at the bottom of the class, Jasmine said. Yeah, the Slifers are nothing but losers anyway, Mindy said, supporting what Jasmine just said. Is that what you really us in Slifers? Akira asked as he approaches them. The girls turned Akira and saw that he was looking at them, blank look on his face. Well then, how about we settle this with a duel? A tag team duel. Since you two Slifers look down on the Slifers so much, can you both really back up your words? If the Slifers win, then you two should start respecting the Slifers, but if we lose, then you can both continue on what you do with Slifers. And who's your partner? Jasmine asked. Akira looks at Jaden and said, Yo, Jaden. Want to be my partner for this duel? Akira asked. Sure, no problem, I'm more than happy to duel, Jaden said with grin on his face. Akira turned back his attention to the girls and asked, Do we have an agreement? Akira asked with small smile on his face with his arms crossed in his chest. Jasmine and Mindy looks at each other before they nodded their heads. All right, you got a deal. Prepared to crush. Slifer loser, Jasmine said cockily. Soon Jasmine, Mindy, Jaden and Akira had their duel disc ready. Alexis, Satsuki, Natsumi, Cyrus and Chumley were watching from the sideline. I knew something was wrong, a voice said. The others turned to where that voice came from and saw Naruto standing beside Natsumi. Whoa, Naruto. When did you get here? Cyrus said in shock. Few seconds ago. I wanted to check what's going since none of you followed to classroom, Naruto stated before turning his attention to Alexis. So, why are they dueling? A bet. If Akira and Jaden wins, those two will start respecting the Slifers. If Jasmine and Mindy wins, they will continue to treat the Slifers the same, Alexis said. She was really disappointed at her friends. She thought they would at least to respect the Slifers even a little by their defeat at the hands of Naruto, but she guessed it wasn't enough. Well, looks like Akira and Jaden will crush them, Naruto stated with small grin on his face. He liked the condition of the bet. That would put those idiotic girls in their place. What do you mean by that, Naruto? Satsuki asked. Because Akira wasn't even serious in dueling against Growler during the entrance exam. If Akira takes this seriously, then they are getting one heck of butt kicking, Naruto said. Everyone looked surprised and looked back at the four as they were all set. I go first, then Slifer Dork 1, then Jasmine, and the last is Slifer Dork 2. No one can attack on the first turn, got it? Jasmine said. Akira just rolled his eyes in what she just called them. He was definitely going to enjoy in beating them. Duel! All four duelists shouted. Chapter end. Tired of watching censored fanfics? Would you like to watch some very naughty, filled with the lemons fanfics without any censorship? I'm happy to announce that I opened Patreon page for you guys, where you could watch Naruto/Deku, 18+ stories without any censoring. Not only that, you can also see the NSFW images of characters of the fics on my Patreon, which I make by myself. So buy your preferred tier and join our community now. Link is in the description.